Early last week, Phil Jackson made it clear that he was hoping the Bulls would wrap it up in Chicago because, you see, he had these tickets for a Grateful Dead concert, which was taking place over the weekend at Soldier Field in Chicago. And here's the reaction by Danny Ainge after the Suns were able to bring the series back to Phoenix. Said, well, we were motivated to keep Phil Jackson from that Grateful Dead concert, but that was for his benefit. I asked Phil about it before the game. He said, well, his wife and the kids did enjoy the concert back in Chicago. Bulls lead by 9. 9:40 remaining in the second quarter. Scottie Pippen. Rebounded by Scott Williams. Yes, and it counts.
There's the active Scott Williams that the Chicago Bulls team needs coming off the bench, asserting himself on the glass. You would say playing big around the boards, goes after it. He has great hands, the strength. Forces his way back up to score the basket, and now the free throw opportunity.
Scott too strong, but Pippen is there. That was blocked by West. 3-on-2. Marley for 3. And again, it's Williams on the rebound. Scott Williams has been an enormous factor off the bench. Bulls lead by 11. Shot clock at 3. Armstrong got the step and then took an extra step. Traveling violation.
I don't think Phil Jackson quite agrees that he took any extra steps. It was just a finish of a, if you call it 1-2. 1-2 and the hook. Pretty good argument.
The Bulls in the midst of a 14-4 spurt. Barkley. And it will be Phoenix ball. Charles Barkley is 0 for 4 from the field.
4 points for Barkley, 1 point for Grant.
All of Barkley's scoring coming from the foul line. Now Stacey King will come on, replacing Horace Grant.
When you have a player like Horace Grant who matches up against Charles Barkley, you understand that at the end of the night, if you're looking at points, there's going to be a differential probably in favor of Charles Barkley. But what you want is, you want the differential to not be real big, like a 28-1 differential.
Marley, 15 for Marley. Chicago leading 41-32. Johnson pressing Armstrong. King, Williams, Pippen up front. Here's Tucker. Trent is on fire. When he takes that shot and hits it moving to the left off the dribble, you know that he feels the touch. What a move by Kevin Johnson. The Bulls now lead 43-34.
Phoenix not giving Chicago's defense a chance to set up, get it in after score, get it right back at him.
Scottie Pippen trying to go glass. Danny Ainge with the rebound. Ainge for 3. Yes. That is his second three-pointer. The Bulls 43, the Suns 36. Holding foul called on Johnson.
Transition basketball. After Chicago scored, Phoenix comes right back at you. KJ pushing it. Again, in transition. The way they love to play. Secured, get down the floor, and then Danny Ainge is not going to hesitate if you give him a look to get it up there from downtown.
Tom Chambers coming on for the first time. Played only 1 minute on Friday night following the 1 for 9 from the field in the previous game. Stacey King starting his move against Oliver Miller. Rejected by Miller.
You mentioned Tom Chambers on the floor, but he's on the floor as a power forward because that man, Oliver Miller, is playing the center position. So one of the two, Wes Miller on the floor.
12 on the 24. 7.5 remaining in the first half. King had it knocked away. missed the tip. Miller again. Rejected, and he's fouled.
That's 2 times Oliver Miller has had opportunities earlier. A pass from Charles Barkley, the behind-the-back one. This time, a chance to finish and dunk. You must dunk the basketball. But one thing he can do, Oliver Miller, is block and change shots with that long arm span. Here, he should be going up strong to dunk. It's Michael Jordan that he's going against. By trying to lay it off the glass, he misses the first opportunity.
And they say a non-shooting foul. The steal by Pippen. He's diving for it. Able to get it back. Chambers. Yes. The Suns coming back at the Bulls, who now have Michael Jordan back on the floor. They've cut it down to a 5-point. Chicago lead. Jordan lost it. Johnson made the play. And Jordan could hold on.
Kevin Johnson staying low to the ground, gets those hands in there, as coaches say, gets the deflection. A few moments ago, Danny Ainge came down in transition, pulled up behind the three-point line, and clearly hit a three-point shot. From what we understand, the officials have changed it and awarded him only 2 points. Scramble, madness, loose ball, bodies on the floor. Tell me what's doing to him.
And Danny Ainge of the Phoenix Suns, only the 5th player ever to play for 3 different teams in the NBA Finals. Ainge joining the likes of Wilt Chamberlain, Clyde Lovellette, Larry Faust, Max Zaslavsky. Danny Ainge, a member of 2 Boston Celtic championship squads. Bulls lead it by 5. And Miller was pushed. Foul called on Cartwright, his second. Paul Westphal now has a front line of Miller, Chambers, and Marley, Ainge, and Johnson in the backcourt. Oliver Miller will shoot a pair. Oliver Miller making his first appearance at the line. He's a 71% free throw shooter. Oliver Miller, a player who has slimmed down to about 285 pounds. He had a weight problem right throughout his college career. I know Charles Barkley has been very helpful in giving advice to Oliver, who's worked hard at it and has been able to cut into that weight when you look back at what he looked like during the course of training camp.
And Charles Barkley, also a player who, when he came out of Auburn, was up close to 280 pounds, now plays in that 254, 255 area. He made a commitment to be a good player. I think Oliver Miller realized that he's got a chance to be an outstanding player, but he's got to keep the weight down.
8-0 run by the Suns. Bulls at one point led by as many as 11. It is now a 3-point lead. Marley played by Grant. Marley to the fadeaway. Grant with the save.
I think it shows you the ability of Horace Grant to move those feet. He was isolated against Dan Marley. He did a good job and forced Marley into a bad shot.
Caught right for Pippen. Yes. Scottie Pippen, who did not have an impact game in Chicago on Friday. Rare off performance. Scottie 8 for 20, 22 points, but thus far tonight, 8 points, couple of steals. Played well. Bulls by 5. Pippen fires it down. Armstrong and Jordan at the guards. Cartwright, Pippen, Grant up front.
Ainge trying to keep the ball out of Michael Jordan's hands. So what does Michael do? He can't get it on the outside. He goes down and posts up.
Shot clock at 3. Pippen. Chambers with the rebound. Kevin Johnson. And a loose ball foul called on Chambers.
If Michael can't touch it, then he can't shoot it. Danny Ainge trying to deny it without the basketball, so Michael goes down into the box area, waits for the team to reverse the ball, get it to him in that scoring position.
Here's Charles Barkley returning, replacing Oliver Miller. The Bulls are 4 for 14 from the field in the second quarter. They were 14 for 22. They were hot in the first. Barkley now guarding Cartwright, and Cartwright looks to post him up. The ball awarded to the Suns.
I see two teams out here, Marv, that because of the emotion of the game, the heat in the building, and the pace of this game are dragging a little bit right now. They're searching for that second win.
And outdoors, 109 degrees in the Valley of the Sun. 4:20 remaining, first half. Chambers with the step. Oh, goes to the reverse. Chicago's lead is 3. Bulls have missed 5 of their last 6. Jordan met by Chambers and foul. And the Suns are now over the limit.
So back to the offensive end. The good screen was set by Chambers. KJ got him the ball, and then leaving, no doubt, he took a lesson from Oliver Miller about missing those easy ones off the glass. Chambers throws it down with a little reverse.
Tom Chambers tomorrow will celebrate his 34th birthday. Players have back problems, hamstring problems. Discussion between Jordan, Pippen, and the 3 officials. Michael Jordan, I would think, is claiming. Although, wait a moment, the Suns are over the foul limit, so he goes to the line no matter what. So he cannot be talking about whether he was fouled in the act.
What Mike is on is
I'm going to guess that. After the,
he's taking full responsibility.
I'm gonna keep quiet for a second.
Ainge's shot. Reese hit 3 points instead of 2.
I'm protesting. I think they're going to award 3 points on the shot by Ainge instead of the change that they made to 2. I think the referees conferred and are trying to get it right.
Ladies and gentlemen, Carter facing the previous field goal scorer by the NBA.
Yes.
A 3-point goal.
But how would they just suddenly realize that now? You can't go to replay unless someone told them that they saw the replay, someone from the league. If that's the way it was done, it's wrong.
Well, sometimes officials don't get a chance to confer until the next dead ball. They all get together, they put their thoughts together and go from there.
That was several minutes ago, though. But they made the change, even though it's the right call. If they got help, and I'm just guessing that might not be the issue here, that would be wrong. So the Bulls with a 2-point lead. We're down to 4 minutes remaining, first half. Barkley backing. Barkley gets inside. And that is his first field goal. The Bulls lead by 1. Armstrong passed on the shot. Williams fouled by Barkley. For Charles, his first.
Charles realizes that the double team is coming from the middle, so if he can turn to the baseline and get it up before they can get there. Scott Williams tried to come middle and readjust coming baseline when he saw Barkley turning away, but it was too late.
Charles Barkley 1 for 5 from the field, only 6 points. He's done it at the free throw line. And a timeout taken by the Bulls. 3.5 remaining. First half, it's Chicago by 1. Scott Williams to the foul line. Chicago is 4 for 10 from the line. The Bulls 47. The Suns 45. And light pressure being exhibited by Chicago. Marley protects the dribble, moving it across against Pippen. Barkley, played by Grant. It's a one-on-one, no help. Now here comes Williams. Barkley with the fadeaway, and he's off. 1 for 6 from the field for Charles Barkley.
Nice job by Grant.
Williams, got a back tap. Johnson with the cutoff. Pretty pass. Barkley on the follow. Won't count foul before the putback. It's called on Grant.
What happened was Chicago got caught 5 offensive players for Phoenix against 4 for Chicago, because after Scott Williams made the strong move to the basket and no foul was called, he laid on the floor. Everybody else runs down. He thinks he draws enough contact. He tips it out but falls, and now he lays there. He can't believe it. Instead of getting up and hustling back, the frustration, 5 against 4, Chambers gets fouled.
Tom Chambers, an excellent foul shooter, 84% for the season. He can tie the game here. Phoenix Suns and the Chicago Bulls are tied at 47. 2:45 left first half. Jordan looking to post up. Jordan with the duck under move, and he drew the foul. Barkley came over to help. Jordan went to the reverse. Barkley called for his second foul.
A little bit of change this time. Instead of turning baseline and shooting a jumper, he keeps the dribble alive, and now with the ability to stay in the air, draw body contact, and still try and get a shot up there, Michael Jordan will go to the free throw line for 2.
Bulls have gone cold in the second quarter after the sharply played first quarter. Suns with a 15-4 run, and now the Bulls lead by 1. Frank Johnson checking in, replacing Tom Chambers. Chambers hears it. 6 points, good job off the bench for the veteran Tom Chambers. The Bulls lead 49-47. Well, once again, Paul Westphal going with both Kevin Johnson and Frank Johnson on the floor at the same time, but it's Danny Ainge handling the ball. Jordan over to help on Barkley. Good job by Pippen on Marley. Shot clock out of 2. Frank Johnson got inside.
Excellent defense that time. Chicago double teamed. Phoenix got it out. Chicago made the rotation. Pippen down in transition, bothered by Dan Marley.
And a foul is called on the Bulls. Well, that stopped the fast break. And that is number 3 for Horace Grant. And Horace once again has been quiet in this first half. 0 for 3 from the field. 1 out of 2 from the line. Only 1 point.
What happened was Chicago came out shooting the ball so well from the perimeter that they really didn't have an opportunity to get Horace involved down low. They made a lot of perimeter shots that were going in. And remember we said last game, when you live by the sword, you die by the sword. If that fatigue eventually catches up with you and you continue to shoot jump shots, you won't make them as well in the fourth quarter. It could be a problem.
And Scott Williams will replace Horace Grant, who has accounted for only 2 points the last 6 quarters.
So when you're struggling with offense, you do other things. You rebound, you play defense, you block shots, you change shots, you run the floor, you set screens. Horace Grant knows that. He'll work his way out of it.
Barkley 5 for 7 from the line. Suns and the Bulls tied at 49. Just under 2 minutes remaining, first half. This game 6 of the best of 7. Pippen with a beautiful move, and he's given Chicago a 2-point lead. The Bulls hoping to wrap it to make it 3 in a row, preventing a Game 7 here on Wednesday. And the Suns looking to tie the series at 3. Barkley draws the double team. Here's Ainge, way off of that three-point attempt.
Last time down, a little cat and mouse game between Marley and Pippen. Marley kept backing up, hoping that Pippen would shoot the jumper. Instead, Pippen took it right to him, just like B.J. Armstrong did in transition for Chicago.
And that is 3 on Barkley.
Once Chicago secures the ball and outlets it, B.J. takes it the rest of the way. Barkley goes up, tries to avoid the contact. B.J. helps a little bit by jumping into him. And Charles a little bit frustrated at the offensive end because he can't find his teammates in the spots where he can get a good look to throw out of that double team. He's either got to get rid of it a little bit sooner or they've got to do something else in their offense, a little wrinkle, change their cuts to the basket to help Charles see him more easily.
Mark West checking back in. Bulls now lead by 3. Phoenix assistant coach Scotty Robertson made the point the other day. He thought it was a blessing in disguise when Charles Barkley suffered that injured right elbow in Game 2 because it forced everyone around Barkley to get more involved. But I don't think they were too pleased about Charles picking up a third foul. They are keeping him on the floor. But there is truth in that with Charles not able to go at his usual pace. Other players were able to step up. And a loose ball foul is called. It's on West. And that is 4 on West.
I think that Charles Barkley went out to him when he first came out. The screen is trying to be set that time, and as the ball gets tipped away, West reaches out and pushes Scottie Pippen. But Barkley had gone up to West when he came on the floor and basically said, look, we need you out there to play big. That's the gamble that you take as a coach, putting a guy on the floor with 3. He may pick up his 4th before halftime. Charles Barkley, another player with 3 out on the floor for Phoenix. But then again, there is no tomorrow if Phoenix doesn't win this basketball game.
Scottie Pippen is now 2 for 5 from the line. Well, the conversation continues between Charles Barkley and Michael Jordan. Chicago 54 and Phoenix 49.
Well, I'm a little nervous for Phoenix with a minute to go. It might be time to get Barkley out of there. He has 3. You can hold on for the last minute.
And Johnson lost it. In particular with Mark West coming back, and you know Paul Westphal will be second-guessed on that. And West picks up a 4th foul. Armstrong, that was deflected. Marley got a piece of it. Barkley lost Williams, and Ainge saw it all the way.
Just like I said, leave Charles Barkley on the floor.
That was only his 2nd field goal. Chicago leads by 3. Half minute left, first half. Here's Pippen.
Not even a challenge that time. Smart by Charles Barkley. Let him go. He got you deep enough. If he makes it, he makes it. Don't challenge and pick up the next foul.
13 points for Pippen. Phoenix will hold for a last shot. 15 seconds left in the quarter. They are down by 5. 5 seconds remaining. Barkley off the dribble. Here's Marley. Halftime here at the America West Arena in Phoenix.